Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难.
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思诗都还难。
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin. Joining me today, the athletic and artsy and spacey Tony Reed.
Okay, spacey, that's a new one.
Spacey, yeah. I'm using that word wrong, am I? Spacey means vast space, right?
Yeah,
I'm
a little
talking
bit.
about space related.
You could say spaced out. Yeah.
Spaced out. No, spaced out. I know what spaced out is. Don't try to fool me. In this happy occasion, I will let you go because, we are actually talking about space stations, space missions, has something to do with exploring the outside, the outer space, something very exciting.
Very exciting indeed, a bit unknown and mysterious. And yeah, I think there's a lot of words here that I'm going to trip up on, but bear with me out there.
Yeah, so in today's episode, we're actually going to talk about space-related stuff because in many different places, there have been different kind of progress when it comes to exploring the space. Human beings have always had this curious and this kind of hope to explore and to have adventures in the outer space, to know more about the universe and to know more about us. And you do that a little bit better in space somehow.
Well, I think it depends on what movies you've seen, right? Because, if you've seen like the really crazy sci-fi films, maybe some of us may not want to go to space.
Oh, that's true.
Leave it alone,
Yeah, that's true. But generally, for me at least, I've always wanted to, take a look out there.
Take a look?
Yeah, take a look from the outer space and watch what the Earth is like from, another perspective.
Yeah.
Could be fun. Could be fun.
It could be fun. Could be nice. Could be majestic.
Could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous.
Okay, so that is actually going to be the topic of today's Takeaway Chinese. So for our dear audience, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get to grips with the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 为什么要建空间站呢？因为在空间站里可以更好地进行天文观测，还能完成很多地球上做不了的实验。那我们应该加强国际合作，让更多科学家有机会在太空里做实验，把空间站的作用发挥到最大。是的，所以中国的空间站是向世界开放的，因为我们相信外太空是属于全人类共同的财富。
Sounds like a conversation that probably a few people are having today with all of what's going on with going up in space, right?
Yeah, and also, I know it's a bit long, but I feel like
Quite long, yes.
Yeah, but I feel like many of the expressions there are quite useful. You can use them not only in the context of space-related stuff, but also in some other let's say, situations where you believe in cooperation, where you believe in sharing the good stuff with your good friends, where you believe in common prosperity. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started with the sentence first. For the first sentence, 为什么要建空间站呢?
So this is why are we building, or why should we build a space station?
Yeah.
So 为什么, this is why.
Why? 为什么?
And
You can
then-
say it easily. 为什么?
为什么要建? So 要 is like, and it's like want, right?
It's like want, but in this occasion, I feel like it's more like should.
Okay.
So why should we do it?
And then 建 here is build.
Yes, 建设 build, 修建 build. So
修
建
建
itself build.
Okay. And then 空间站.
Yeah.
So 空间站, this is a space station.
空间站
Just learn this word, guys.
This is a very important one. So 空间站 space station. It's literally because 空间 is space. In Chinese, we say 空间. 空 means vacant or available. Basically saying there's nothing there.
Black hole, huh?
Black hole. And 间 is a area. So if you have a area of a vacancy, you're having space. And in Chinese, we also have 时间. Do you remember 时间?
Sounds familiar.
时间 is time. So 时间 is you have a period of vacancy or a period of stuff. That'll be time. So 空间 space, 时间 time. 空间时间. Now you see the connection between these two words. That's
Okay.
how Chinese people create characters, create words. 空间 space, 空间. So 空间站 would be a space, a station. 空间站 站 is a station. We have 火车站.火车站 that's a train station. 火车站 and 汽车站 that's a bus station. So 公共汽车站 So
公共
站
yeah.
would be station. 空间站 space station.
地铁站 is
地铁
subway
站
station.
yeah, subway station. How cool it be? You can travel from a train station to a metro station and to a space station. Super cool.
Yeah, that would be.
空间站 空间站 So 为什么要建空间站呢? Why should we build a space station? 因为在空间站里可以更好地进行天文观测，还能完成很多地球上做不了的实验。
So the response to all of that is because astronomical observations can be better carried out in space station, and many experiments that cannot be done on Earth can be done there. All right, let's see if I can get this.
Oh, you will.
因为 is so much confidence. 因为 is because.
Because 因为
在. So this is indicating location, right?
Yep, perfect.
Preposition. And then 空间站 again is space station.
space station
里可以
You made a tiny mistake. 里 is in. So 在 something something 里 would be in
Inside.
some place, inside some place.
Okay. So 里可以 is can or
可以
able,
yep.
right? 更好的 so how is good and 更 is like more, so
More
I'm
good.
assuming it's better.
Better 更好的 better.
All right, and then 进行.
进行
So 进行 is this like observation or
进行 is actually carry out or conduct.
Conduct.
So when you say do experiment in Chinese, or let's say, let's use the one in the sentence 天文观测.天文观测.
天文观测. This is like astronomical, something that's outer space observation, right?
Yes. So 天文观测 is more relatively a sophisticated word, or let's say a professional word, because 天文 carries the meaning of astronomical, and 观测 is to look at, but you don't just look at it, you observe it. So 观测 is like scientifically looking at something. So if I'm looking at Tony, I can say 我看着 Tony, I'm looking at Tony. I cannot say 我观测 Tony. It's too scientific. It's strange. So
Observing me, huh?
observing, and it's supposed to be a far away kind of observing. So you basically only use 观测 when you're talking about stars in the sky.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes,
right?
so 天文观测 a relatively professional word.
Wait, so we never say Tianwen ever? I mean,
we say
astronomical.
天文. We say 天文 in the sense of the science major.
Okay.
So
if you're in
the
science
subject, yes, 天文学.
But outside of that, in everyday conversation,
Yeah, you don't really say that. No, not really.
All
But
right.
天文观测, still, it's a keyword in space-related topics.
all right.
So 天文观测. And here we know 天文观测 is a noun, and you need a verb for that noun. And that verb is 进行. So 进行 is more like process. So we do this thing.
Okay.
进行. So 进行天文观测. 还能.
Haineng, this is like not like yet or nung can. So it's like can't yet. Or
Can't yet.
Can still can.
Still
right?
can,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
So still can carries the meaning here of moreover. So it's like saying it can do this. It can
Wait, I'm wrong?
even
It's
do
not
that. So it actually means more. So
More, okay.
More, yeah, moreover. 还能完成.
Wancheng. So wancheng here, I think, is finished or
Finish.
complete, right?
Yes. So 完 means to finish, and 成 is to success. So 完成 finish, complete.
Okay.
很多
Handuo means I think that's very like more
many.
or many.
Yes. 很多 many.
Handuo, and then di qiu.
地球
Di qiu.
Yeah.
This is a new one. I think this means earth, right?
This means earth. So 地球 地 carries the meaning of soil or ground. So if you say 脚踏实地 脚踏实地 脚 is your foot, 踏 is step on, 实地 is the solid ground. So literally it's like standing on solid ground.
Standing on solid ground.
But figuratively, it actually means when you do stuff, you can't just build a tower in the air. Well, you can if it's a space station, but you can't in actual world.
Yeah.
But it's saying that when you do things, you should
Needs some stability.
yes, you
right?
should do it step by step. So 脚踏实地, be a earthy man, be sure that you're doing it right, you're carrying out solid work. So step by step. So 地, that's 地, ground or soil. And 球 is actually a ball.
A ball?
A ball.
Oh,
球.
okay.
For example, 篮球, basketball.
Huh.
足球, football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Right? So
That
it's a
makes
ball.
sense.
And 地球 would be the ground or the soil ball.
Stable ball.
Soil ball, that would be the earth.
Soil ball.
Yeah, earth. It makes good sense, right? It's
Yes,
funny, but it
Chinese
makes
language,
sense.
yeah, is you can put meanings together and create words. It's
Yeah, like Lego.
pretty Lego.
Yeah, you put things together, you create words, you create sentences. Isn't that nice? 地球, that's 地球. So 还能完成很多地球上 is on, so on the earth. 做不了
做不了的. This is like can't be done, right?
can be done. So we have 不 here. You use 不 to negate something. And if you're saying 不做了, you're negating 做, you're negating doing it. So you're saying, I'm not doing it anymore. I don't do it at all. But if you're saying 做不了, you're negating the result of 做. So 做 is the verb. You want to do something, but you can't really do it. So you're negating the result of the verb 做. Then 做不了, you're saying can't be done.
All right.
And 实验.
实验. This is experiment.
It is experiment, 实验. So we would say 做实验 is carrying out experiment. It's something scientists would do, let's say students would do, and you do the research or do the experiment, 做实验, get the result, and you issue papers.
Yeah.
实验. And of course, if you're talking about the room, the laboratory, it'll be 实验室. So experimenting
实验室.
room. 实验室.
Oh, okay.
And you would have 实验园.
实验
园.
yuan park.
园 is another same pronunciation, different word.
Okay.
And yuan carries the meaning of a personnel. So you have 服务员, that's the
Experimenter.
waiter. 服务员 would be the waiter.
Right.
And 实验员, yes, experimenter. This person.
Okay.
实验, experiment.
Wow, I thought I had that right. I thought it was like experiment
Really
park.
close.
I was like, oh.
Really close. Okay. And then in the next sentence, 那我们应该加强国际合作， 让更多科学家有机会在太空里做实验，把空间站的作用发挥到最大。
All right, so this is then we should strengthen international cooperation to give more scientists the opportunity to do experiments in space and maximize the role of the space station. So let's see if I can break this down.
You can. For the first one, easy one, 那我们 then we 应该
那我们 so then we 应该 should yeah 加强
加强
This is like to make something strong, right? Or strengthen something.
strengthen something because 加 means to add and 强 is strong.
Oh, like
so you add
加油
strong.
加油 is add oil.
Add oil. So add strong would be make it stronger. So strengthen 加强国际合作. Do you know this one?
国际 this is international, right?
Yeah.
And then 合作 I think this is something about cooperation.
Perfect. 国际合作 is international cooperation. You know, takeaway Chinese is with international cooperation. We're from different countries.
Yeah.
This is international cooperation.
Everyone's
right here.
cooperating and giving us feedback, right?
Yeah, and also from our friends online, from our audience listening to the show. You're from different places in the world, and together we make the show better and make it fun. That's 国际合作, international cooperation right there.
That's right.
I'm using some really big words to describe our show.
No, it's good. I mean, I will remember it, I think, because of these examples.
Right? So, 国 carries the meaning of a country, and 际 means among. So, 国际 literally would be among countries. So, international, of course. 合作 cooperation. 合 means together, and 作 would be do things. So, if you are doing things together, you're cooperating. Very easy to understand, I think, from the every character, you would be able to guess the meaning of the word. 国际合作 international cooperation. 国际合作
Right. And then we have 让更多 So I think 让 here is like allow.
Yeah, because this is a fun word. 让 carries the meaning of allow them to do something, not in the sense of I will forbid it, that kind of allow, but more than creating a circumstance, creating an environment so it's easier for them, creating a conducive environment for them. That sense of allow.
Okay.
So 让 here.
And then 更多 this is again, I think this is more.
More.
Right? And then 科学家
科学家
I think this is scientist.
Scientist. Who doesn't want to be a scientist when they're a kid?
I didn't want to be a
Really?
scientist when I was a kid.
When I was really, really young, I wanted to be a scientist. And then math failed me.
That's right. Math and chemistry and all that stuff. It was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Same here. So 科学家 scientist.
Yo.
Not really easy to be.
Yeah. And then 有 or I guess here this is have.
Have.
All right. 机会.
机会
Is this like meeting or plan or?
会 is meeting. 机会 is opportunity.
Oh, I knew that. Opportunity.
机会 opportunity or chance.
在 so location.
Again, in.
In.
Or 在 something 里 would be in something, in any place.
Okay. Also, there's the li is going to come up somewhere. Right?
Yes.
All right, and then 太空. So
太空
is this space?
Yes, 太空 is space. And it's funny because if you don't know Chinese that well, yet you know it a little bit, you would understand 太 as very or to. And 空 you would know it means vacant. So 太空 would be it's really vacant out there. There's nothing there. Imagine a place where it's nothing there. Ta-da, the space.
Can you call somebody a 太空人?
You can call someone a 太空人 actually.
Does this mean like there's nothing in their head or what?
No, it means they're astronauts.
Okay.
They're people in the space working. Oh, wow, Tony. Being mean in Chinese, that's a new level of your Chinese skill.
Hey, I'm just trying to create words too, but it never works for me.
Okay, so 太空, you're saying it's very vacant, but actually it means space.
All right.
space 太空
So 在太空里, so
在太
in
空里
space.
in space, yes.
All right. 做实验.
做实验
So 做 is do, and 实验 again.
experiment, yes. 做实验
And then 把, so this is like a kind of like let's do something, right? In this context?
It's a little bit like that, but it's really hard to put an exact meaning on 把 because it is actually a sentence structure. Let's finish the other words in the sentence and talk
Okay.
a little bit about the 把 sentence.
So after 把, we have 空间站 again.
空间站
So this is
yep.
space station. The 作用.
作用
So 作用, this is I think this is related to something that's done. So effect or
effect or function.
and then 发挥到.
Yep.
This is a new one for me. So I think this is like allow something to play out.
Allow something to play out, to play its role, to play its part.
Okay. So 发挥到最大.
最大
So 最大 is to the highest level or maximum?
Maximum.
Yeah.
Biggest maximum. So 把空间站的作用发挥到最大. Here we encounter the 把字句. So the sentence with the character 把 in it. In this kind of sentence, you need to first be a little bit familiar with the Chinese sentence structure. You have a subject, a verb, an object. It's the same in English. It's like saying the subject is doing something to the object and the things they're doing is the verb, right? So, 我吃饭, I eat food. So I am the subject, 吃 is the verb, and 饭 is the food. And in some occasions, you need a result of the verb. And when you are giving the result of the verb, you need to put the result and the verb together. So 我吃完饭 I 吃 eat 完 finish 饭 the food. So if I'm saying that, it's a little bit awkward in the Chinese sentence because we want the verb and the object to be together as well. But we cannot have that in this kind of circumstances. What we do, we move the object further. We move the object in front of the verb. And we do that with the help of the word 把. So in Chinese, actually, I would say 我把饭吃完了. So I 把饭, that's the object. 吃完, that's the verb as well as the result of the verb, finish eating. 了,我把饭吃完了, that would be I finished eating the food.
I'm just trying to summarize this. So normally sentences have the subject, verb, object, right?
Yeah.
But when using 把, we switch it up to subject, object, verb.
Yeah.
Why? I'm not sure, but I think that's the reason when 把 just comes into play. It changes the structure of the sentence.
That's true. So you need to change the structure of the sentence and you use 把 to achieve that.
I hear 把 when people say 做吧.
Again, same pronunciation, different character. You'll be all right. You will see more and more of different situations.
Here. I always get the tones wrong.
A little bit wrong, but you are still fine. Okay, so that's about the 把字句. And then we have our last sentence here. 是的，所以中国的空间站是向世界开放的，因为我们相信外太空是属于全人类共同的财富。
So this is, yes, so China's space station is open to the world because we believe that outer space belongs to the commonwealth of all mankind. So, 是的, this is yes, right?
Yes.
And 所以, this is so.
So.
中国的, this is China's. 空间站, again, is space station.
Space station.
是 is.
Is.
相, this is
相 is two.
Two, okay. 世界. Oh, this is a very familiar word.
It's an important word.
世界. This is a planet or Earth or not Earth. Earth is another one. World.
This is world. 世界. So we say 全世界, the whole world. We say 世界上, in the world.
地球 is Earth, right?
地球 is Earth.
Soil ball. Right?
Soil ball. Yeah, soil ball is Earth. And 世界 carries the meaning of, everything. So it's like when you say universe, when Chinese people use the word 宇宙, we often refer to the outer side of out of the earth kind of universe. But when we say 世界, we're saying the world, everything.
Okay.
So if
from
you
this,
say
from this angle, from our angle as
from our
humans,
angle,
right?
yes. So if I say 爱是世界上最重要的东西, it's like saying love is the most important thing in the world. So of course you can also say in my world, 在我的世界里, in my world. So you're basically saying when you're using the word 世界, you're talking about everything, every time, every element in the area, in all the area about you.
Okay.
Right? 世界. So I think this word is firstly talking about all the beings, all the space and time adding together that will be referred to as 世界 as well.
Okay.
The world, 世界.
世界 is the world, and then we have 开放的.
开放, yeah.
开门 is open, right?
Yes.
So 开放的 is open up.
Open up.
Yeah?
So it's open up to the world, 开放的. And 因为
that's
we have
because,
因为.
right?
Yeah, that's because.
Because.
我们.
Right? Got that one right. Awesome.
Great.
And then 我们 is we. 相信.
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 相信 is actually believe.
Believe.
Yes, believe. 相信. 太空 or 外太空.
外太空. 太空 is space, so 外太空 is outer
space. But I think they're basically the same
it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, in English, if you say space, outer space, same thing. And in Chinese, 太空, 外太空,
so
close.
外太空 is 属于.
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 What is that wrong? 属于.
Yep, 属于.
属于.
Close enough.
Difficult. Means belong to.
Belong to.
Right? And then 传人类.
Yes, we talked about this before. The entire human race.
So
the
for
entire
humanity.
Humanity.
Okay.
共同.
共同. So 共同的. 共同 is we just said 传人类, which is humanity. 共同的 means like all or
together. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then 财富.
财富.
This is a new one for me.
财富 means wealth.
Wealth. Okay.
Wealth or fortune. It can refer to money-related wealth, material-related wealth, but it can also be used for knowledge, for virtue stuff. We say in Chinese, 精神财富.
精神
财富.
财富.
Yes, so 精神 is spiritually, but I think the translation of 精神 is spiritual, but in English, I know spiritual carries the meaning related to religions or related to supernatural ideas, but in Chinese, 精神 is more like your mind power. It's more related to the mental world. So if we say 精神财富, for example, some culture or cultural relics would be considered a 精神财富. So it's considered a wealth in your mind. All right, I think that's good enough. Do you have any questions about the conversation?
Well, not at this point. Just trying to remember all the terms, but
you are going to do a good job. Don't worry about it. How about we try the conversation now?
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do that.
为什么要建空间站吗？
因为在空间站里可以更好地进行天文观测，还能完成很多地球上做不了的实验。
那我们应该加强国际合作，让更多科学家有机会在太空里做实验，把空间站的作用发挥到最大。
是的，所以中国的空间站是向世界开放的，因为我们相信外太空是属于全人类共同的财富。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Hongling, and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts by email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's learn more about space stations and the Chinese space station. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Tony. So, Tony, do you know that recently 3 taikonauts have entered China's space station for a 3-month mission called Shenzhou 12, June 17th?
I heard 3 astronauts went to space. I don't know this new term that you're giving me.
Yes, so the new term we're saying taikonauts, because it has something to do with the Chinese word for space station that we learned today, 太空.
Right.
So the pronunciation of 太空 combining with, astronauts, we put them together and created taikonauts. I think it's a cute way to talk about Chinese astronauts, right? And we're sending them up. Actually, calling it a space station is not that precise or 100% accurate because it's still in completion, it's still in construction.
So work in progress.
Work in progress. In 2022, we would have the entire Chinese space station up there, opening to the world, even opening to a lot of different scientists out there in different countries so that they can conduct their experiment.
Awesome. Taikonaut?
Taikonaut.
All right.
You're teaching not only Chinese but also English. That's super
Yeah, it's
cool.
kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Fusing the 2 languages together.
Well, I think it is the trend here because in the future we're going to conduct a lot of 国际合作.
International cooperation,
and that would require very deep understanding towards each other's language, culture, mentality, and a lot of different stuff.
Right.
And a lot of people ask, why would we conduct research in the space? Do you have an answer for that?
I'm not sure, actually. I mean, unless we're planning on going out there, I think that there's a lot of interest in going to other planets, and so I think in that regard, maybe that's why this research is being done.
Yeah,
Can we go to another planet and start over somewhere else, maybe?
Well, that is, of course, one purpose. But in the meantime, actually, space-related projects have a lot to do with our daily lives as well. For example, in China, around 1,100 new materials, around 80% of them have something to do with science related to space technology. So you have to figure out the new features of the new material in an area in space so that you understand them better and you can use them in other kind of applications. And also over 2,000 research results conducted by experiment in space are now applicated or in application for civil use. So a lot of things, a lot of our daily lives are also related to space-related research. So that's how important it is. And in the meanwhile, not only are we, for example, benefiting from the scientific results related to space missions, people's lives up there is also improving. For example, food. Because there are different stages of space food. I think the first stage, you can only eat food out of toothpaste loop.
Yeah,
Tube.
like some kind of tube, some kind of slop.
goo.
Some kind of slop that's inside of you have to squeeze it out.
Yeah, that would be not
For 3 months, that would be pretty rough, yeah.
Yeah, and later, perhaps the food is getting a little bit better. You can get canned food. And for the space station, we are having now in China, actually, for their 90-day mission, they've got 120 different kinds of food. Different kinds of dishes, including kung pao chicken, including moon cakes, all different kinds of food. I think it's really interesting.
Oh, yeah, they eat really good, apparently. I mean, that's a dish. That's a few dishes for every day. That's something different, right?
We call them 太空美食.
美食.
美食, delicious food. 太空美食. Another thing I really like to share would be the names Chinese people gave to different space missions and spaceships. For example, I know one of the experimental module in the space station would be called 天问.
天问.
So 问 is 问题, is question. So it's questioning the heaven or the sky, but it's also a really classic poem written by a traditional Chinese poet, Qu Yuan, and that poem was actually about questions about the universe, about the world, I think some fundamental questions for human beings for a really long time. So 天问. And also when it comes to the cargo ship, the ship that are delivering all the packages, we call it 天舟.
Catering ship, huh?
Yes, the cargo ship. 天舟 would be a 天 we know is sky. 舟 is a ship. So it's literally a heavenly ship or sky ship. And one we're talking about the one that's allowing people to travel. So that's 神舟. 神.
Shenzhou 12, right?
Yeah, 神舟. 神 carries the meaning of mysterious, but magically, and again, of course, still heavenly. 舟 we know it's a ship. So the ship for people and the ship for goods, they all have all these, I think, very romantic names.
What does the 12 mean? Does that mean 12 people are going up? Or?
12 means the 12th edition.
Oh, the 12th edition. Got it.
Okay, so that's that. But on top of it, actually for the space station, the Chinese space station, one thing that's really related to our show is that the operating system is in Chinese.
The operating system.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So you'll have to know Chinese very well if you want to come to the station.
Yes, so all the buttons, the panel, and the description, they're in Chinese. So if you're listening right now, learn the Chinese so you can have a trip in the Chinese space station.
Yeah, that would be very important. Or you could pay millions of dollars. I think Jeff Bezos is supposed to be going to space. I think the bidding starts at like 2.8 million or 28. I can't remember where the decimal point is, but very expensive.
Oh, yeah. But I also heard that for some low orbit travel, it actually will be much, much less expensive. And you would be able to see the curve of Earth. You would be able to see the blue planet turning a little bit darker and darker. It will be quite an experience.